know, guys, I know nobody knows more than me that I look ugly with this hair, okay? Oh, hag hair, don't care. Hag hair, do care. Okay, guys, I wasn't going to come on until I was all beautiful. When is that going to be? Who knows? Okay. Anyway, I just said, let me do a quick video and because it cheers me up. I did a little very short walk. Very short walk. Okay, but you know what? Just checking in with everybody to let everybody know some things. Okay? And tonight, I am definitely doing my hair. I don't know if it'll work out. If it doesn't work out, I'm going to go to my girl. My girl, Candace, with a K. And hopefully it'll work. Why do I have a sweatshirt on, you might say? Well, I have a sweatshirt on because I don't have a bra on. I have a regular shirt on because I was just hanging around the house. I was taking a down day, right? A lot of good things happen, so that's why I came on. But I figured, let me take you. I'm taking you to the post office. And I did, like I said, I did a little walk, but it was really short because when it gets to be nighttime and you don't walk around with a stick, I mean, maybe I have a bat that Devin gave me or a cane. It's just I don't like walking around with that. I'm drowsy. But you know what? We can all do what we could do. I wish I could put my music on in the background. Yeah, I have a couple of things I want to talk about. So I said, you know what? All day long I was thinking, should I go on? But I was doing stuff. That I'm going to tell you about. I know. You're like, just spit it out already. Okay, first and foremost, I want to do a couple of shout outs, just so everybody knows in our tribe that Rhonda from Crystal Medicine, her husband went into the hospital for a biopsy, okay, yesterday. But he did not. I was calling her all day, probably bothering her, but I was just worried because I didn't hear back from her until very late. They ended up keeping him in the hospital because his blood pressure went down low, okay? But he is okay. He is okay, thank God. Knock on wood. And she went to back to the hospital to pick him up today. That's all I know. You know, she says he's hanging in there. He's hanging in there. And is this car letting me go? Thank you. See, I can't do two things at once. Wave it to somebody with a doggy and trying to figure out if this other car is gonna go. I almost got into a car accident when I was coming home from the chiropractor. Now this is 2 times. I get lost. That's a given. I can get lost even without a chiropractor adjustment. I get lost, and then I was pulling out of a parking lot, and I was perturbed. I was very upset because this parking lot, because the Office Depot that I went to go make some copies on heavy paper, you know, for my art. But because it was cards, because it was they said they can't do it because of copyright infringements. And I was like, what are you talking about? You used to always give me copies of my artwork. Oh, well, sorry, we can't do that now. But you can do it yourself, but we can't teach you how to do it, okay? Isn't that nuts? So I went over to the thing to try to do it myself. And then I said, you know what? F this place. I'm leaving. You know, I might seem all namaste and, you know, namaste and zen, and I try to be. Trust me, I try to be. But I spent a lot of money in that place, in Office Depot. And they're pulling this crap with me. So I was like, you know what? I walked around, I looked at a couple things. I said, I'm not buying one friggin' thing here. And I bought my cards there. I used to buy, like I made business cards. I did all kinds of stuff there. I always did my artwork there. And then the last time I tried to make copies, just so that even if I don't make another, like say a mermaid or whatever collage I did, I make a copy of it. Even if I don't make it another time, I wanted that record of that paper, of what the canvas looked like, just so I'd have it. And then all of a sudden in May, they were like, oh, it's too close to graduation. Only one? Okay, one is better than none. I was waiting for two, so I got 1 out of 2, so that's good. I don't know, why do I have a post office box anymore? I don't know. I don't know why I have it. Anyway, oh, I know why, because I don't want to give out my regular address. You know what? Let me just stay in here for 1 second. 1 second, guys. Okay. So basically, I was so pissed in that store yesterday after getting my adjustment. I wasn't happy with the adjustment because it was the different doctor. I like the doctor. Oh, this is from Flyer B. Flyer B, prayers up for Flyer B. Flyer B is going through some issues with her hands. Carpal tunnel or really bad feeling in her hands, and I don't think the affirmations are working, and maybe the color therapy, I'm not sure. Sometimes it takes longer for some people, but yeah, if you need medication, pharmaceuticals for the pain, definitely you should go that route. If the natural stuff didn't work, turmeric a couple times a day. I'm doing terribly with my water intake. But how many other people are doing terrible with their water intake? Raise your hand. Whoop. My chiropractor wanted me to drink 100. He took me from 80 ounces of water, which would be 4 20-ounce bottles that I have. I can never do the 20. I'm lucky if I can get the 2 bottles in, but I do drink a lot of coffee and tea, and 1 soda, 1 diet soda, usually 1 can. That's it. Don't go crazy. Anyhow, yeah, so Rhonda says, Crystal Medicine says that Dean is doing much better. He's gonna go home and rest. That was the last time I talked to her, was earlier today. She texted me, and she was exhausted. She needed to eat and rest herself. She didn't sleep all night because her hubby was not next to her. I know that feeling. When Devin went in the hospital 2 times, I couldn't sleep either. Anyway, and for an insomniac, that means you're awake all night, even with medication. Anyhow, so that store, it really pissed me off. But then I remembered, there's always another way, and there's another office place where I do my mailing. Not here. I do my mailing at this other place called whatever it's called. I'm not gonna say what it's called. And the lady, if the lady is there, Bianca, she's really nice to me, and she'll make the copies. She'll make the picture bigger for me. She'll make the copies. The only thing she can't do is I give her the heavy paper that's glossy, and she doesn't seem to be able to get it to make the copyright on it correctly. Anyway, there's always a way, or maybe God is telling me, just don't make copies anymore, just make all originals. And that's what I've been doing the last couple of canvases. I don't even have I don't have a copy of them because they're just one and done. And so maybe that's what God wants me to do. Who knows? Well, God knows. Only God knows. And he'll let me know when I need to know, or he'll tell my angels to let me know. And so what's the point of this conversation? The point is that I'm trying to tell you, especially when it gets tough and you're like, like how sad I was on Saturday, and I was a little bit better on Sunday. Then Monday I started to dip back down again in my mood, thinking, like, what good is my videos? What good is my artwork? What good is this? What is good? And that's the devil telling you, trying to make you second guess everything and second guess the mission. When you're trying to help people and you're trying to find the missing and you're trying to find the murdered, what happened to the murdered. And I also I knew I had a lot to tell you guys, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into a walk and talk, because why should I just be lounging around in my car? AC. I need to get the old legs going, because when I'm out, even if it's a short amount of time, it just does something to my mood. And even though I look up half a wreck, the next time you see me with my hair done, my makeup on. But anyhow, it's important to come to you naturally, because you know what? Not everybody's going to be all dolled up every single day, okay? In every single way. But I know I just said like about 17 different stories. I gotta find a place where there is a sidewalk, and then a place where I can park my car where nobody will bother me, because people bother you here. You're not allowed to pull over. Yesterday, the other day, so about my almost getting into a car accident. I don't know if it's like they work on my head and my neck, and I think I'm fine, like it's no big deal. And then all of a sudden, I don't feel fine. Yeah, I think I'll pull over here, because if I pull over up there, I'm going to actually pull over and get out, though, because it's when you sit here that they call the cops on you. I know it sucks, but welcome to my world. Yeah. I even put all Leo on. This is my Leo. I put it on because I gotta get a sympathy card. I always forget. My friend that lost her father. Anyhow. Yeah, let me put this. I'll leave it out. So, I'm pulling. So I go in that store. I was very dissatisfied with them. I felt dissed. And I'm like, this is the last time they're going to see me. I'm not coming back to the store. Because they don't really have anything else besides, all their school supplies in that store are really expensive. I don't know why anybody, it would be like equivalent to a Staples, to Office Depot. So you can go to 99-cent store, you can go to Dollar Tree, and you can go to Walmart and get all your school supplies for a much cheaper price than they're offering. All their stuff is so expensive, and it's the same crap. Anyhow, so I leave in a huff, and I look around and I say, this is the last time I'm going to be in the store. And trust me, I know it, because it's a feeling that I get. Sometimes I'll, like, jobs that I've had, I'll see somebody and I'll talk to them, and I'll think to myself, that's the last time I'm going to talk with that person. And trust me, I've been spot on. I would say 98% it comes true. It's just, that was like period at the end of the sentence. Anyhow, so I'm driving out of the parking lot, very angry, very hot, and I guess, my neck thing just started to kick in, which he didn't really do much of anything. I really didn't like, not that he was mean, he just wasn't, he wasn't doing me any favors. Something fun in 3, 2, 1. There he is. There he is. I'm photobombing him, or is he photobombing me? I missed the chicken. Yeah, it's an actual chicken just sitting in front of somebody's house. I know, I never know why. Yeah, see, there's some night walkers out. See, I gotta remember where I parked the car. So it's at the end of this block. So even if I just go up and down this block, let me show you what I'm looking at. Even if I just go up and down this block once or twice, then that's a little bit of a, I'm just gonna cross because they have a dog. Good, it's better than nothing. Yeah, so the headaches that I've been getting is, I thought, like the guy goes, oh, it means, and I said, my neck keeps on cracking. I don't remember my neck cracking so much. Oh, that means it's working. It's like, okay. Is it work? It's working? Yeah, all the adjustments that we're doing to you, that's a good sign. I said, okay. Are headaches a good sign? And that he seemed worried about. And he goes, no. How often are you getting them? I said every day. But not as intense. Like, if I can stave it off, I won't take the muscle relaxant, and I definitely won't take the Excedrin. I keep those Excedrins for when it won't go away, like for hours. And sometimes if I wait that long, it doesn't go away even then. Second. Oh, it's my keys. I thought somebody was behind me, but it's the keys. Okay, anyhow. So I'm pulling out of the parking lot and I need to make a left, and there's all cars coming this way and that way and into the parking lot itself where I'm trying to get out of. So I'm waiting. It felt like 7 minutes. And now I start praying because I'm like, I can't really turn my head back and forth too much. And I'm saying, God, please help me because I have a bad feeling. I had my seatbelt on, but I had a bad feeling how it was going. When is it going to be my turn, to go? So long story short is I said, I guess I have to jut out a little bit. I'm asking Archangel Michael to help me. And I'm calling in the big guns because I had the feeling from the 90s when I was on a highway going in under a bridge, under an overpass was over me, and I was in the wrong direction. I closed my eyes and got ready to die. I said, God, please help me. And I closed my eyes and said, I have a little baby at home. I was coming home I was working at the college, I think St. John's, and I went to a therapist, like a marriage counselor, and I didn't understand how to get, like, if I change one little thing in where I'm going, I get mixed up. And plus, I just went to the marriage counsel, so, or therapist, whatever he was. It was probably about my marriage. And my head was like, it's like I can't drive when I've been adjusted or I went to a marriage counselor. But especially in New York, there was so many cars, and I was on underpass, underneath this bridge thing. Overpass was over me, and all the cars were coming. I was at the red light, and I just closed my eyes to die. And I said, please God, and I held onto the steering wheel. I don't know what happened, but when I opened my eyes, I heard beeping, people going, ah! Like I would look at them in the car, and they were like screaming because they knew that all those trucks and cars were going to be coming towards me, and I was probably dead. Well, when I opened my eyes, my car was in the right direction. How did that happen? It was like God put his hand down from the sky and took my car like a toy car and turned it around and put it in the right area. You know, no cops pulled me over for that one. There was another time I got pulled over for a moving violation. Yeah, your girl has some stories. So this time, there was a truck, and she saw me. She saw me, and the red light was here, so she couldn't go forward. But I couldn't just see the cars coming here. I couldn't see over the, like, one lane over where the cars would be coming from that direction. So I didn't know what to do, so I jutted out a little bit because she looked like she was letting me, she was like gonna look, at least in my head I thought, is she gonna look for me and help me with who's on that side and just go ahead, you got this. So what happened was I jutted out. Now all these cars started to come. Thank God she stayed where she was, and this little sports car came and almost hit me by 1 inch. Matter of fact, she was turning her car. I don't know if it was a she or a he, but she was turning her car and making the left to go into the parking lot, and my car was 1 inch from hers. Like, I just had to sit there and watch. And the whole time I'm saying, please, dear God, help me, help me, help me. It was scary. So then I knew I had to jut out, because now the nice car that was waiting for me, she watched this whole thing with this little sports car almost hitting me. And then she was like waiting for me to go, but she wasn't waving me on because I think she couldn't see herself now. And she wanted to go because now she's got like 10 cars behind her, where before she only had like 1 or 2. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to ask God to please keep me safe and just go. So I hit the pedal so fast and just like prayed that there wasn't a car that I didn't see over there. And when I did that, you know, the sound of the tires on the street made that sound. It was like screech. See, I'm not done with my walk, but there's no more sidewalk, so maybe I'll just walk another block. Anyhow, thank God everything was all right. Thank you, St. Anthony. Thank you, dear God, of course. Thank you, all my angels, my guides. But it's getting to the point where I just don't even, like, Devin doesn't want me to be dependent on him, and I don't want to be either, because I'm not like that type of person. I try to be independent. But it's getting to the point that I don't want to go to the chiropractor alone. And, like, Devin will drive me, but sometimes it's not his time to go. And he's just like, I taught you how to go there. And he did teach me, but I screwed it up again. I came home a different way, and that caused me to go into that parking lot. And it's just messed up. It's just like, why can't I just drive to the place and drive home? Anyhow, if I ask him to take me, he will. But, like, I just have to learn to do it myself. Maybe one more time he has to be in the car. All right, so that happened. So what else did I want to tell you? I wanted to tell you several things. I told you about Dean. He's healing. You know, he won't find out the results for, I guess, a week. Who else? Elisa Sarn. We were praying for her. Zen Jen. Oh, I have good news. Finally. You're like, finally, good news. But Lisa Sarn, if you watch this video, please let us know. You didn't text me back. Zen Jen has been praying for you. You're on her prayer list. She prays for everybody. She prays for all the kids. Zen Jen showed me her book where she has everybody's names written down. She has my kids written down. She has all the kids, Harmony, Sincere and Classic, Michael, Monkey, of course Summer, Suzanne Morphew, Jennifer Doulos, Maya Malete. She has everybody. Aiden, Dylan Rounds. She has everybody in there. She has all of, she has Crystal Medicine, Dean, Forever Bella. And matter of fact, she was asking me, how is Forever Bella? How is she feeling? How is Lisa Sarn, and how is her dad and her family? And so I try to get back to everybody. Whoever, not that I'm that popular. But there's a few people that love me, care about me, and care about you guys. So, Forever Bella told me to tell beautiful Zen Jen, thank you for the prayers, and she's feeling much better. Her leg doesn't bother her anymore, because I'm pretty sure she went to the chiropractor, the same chiropractor that I go to. It's called The Joint. They have those in Cali as well. They have them all over the world. So if I ever go back to New York and I need an adjustment, I could just find out where the place is. Okay, so, but she also asked me about Lisa Sarn, but Lisa Sarn didn't answer me. So Lisa, answer me, let me know how you're doing. And who else? Ruby, she has Ruby in the book. So let me just tell you the good news, because I'm sure you're like, when are you going to get to the good news? How many? Only on 27 minutes? Okay, it's not bad. Flyer B. I asked Zen Jen to put you on her list, because Zen Jen's prayers are so strong. Flyer B has been having trouble with her hands and going for testing, and so I asked Zen Jen the other night. I think I was up around 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning, and I told her. Anyhow, I asked her to put her on her list. Yeah, that book is getting to be crowded, right? Anyhow, and so prayers up for Flyer B, our friend Flyer B. I think I said that in the car. So here's the good news. A while ago, I forget how many months ago it was, guys. Probably January or something. When the hospital told me that all those tests that I got done on my thyroid, even though they said I would be covered, they're saying I wasn't covered and I owed $8,000. And then we went on a payment plan, $50 a month, gets taken out of my credit card, and then once a month we go there and give more money, whatever we can afford towards it. But they still were calling me and harassing me, telling me they're going to put me in collections. Not Devin this time, just me. Okay, for all those tests I got done, which they said would be covered, right? I'm going to start going back to my car because it's really getting dark. Even though it doesn't look like dark, about to be dark, and I have night blindness, so need to get back. Anyhow, long story short, long story longer, obnoxiously longer. Hey, look, I just lost 30 pounds. Anyhow, so they've just given me all kinds of messages, but matter of fact, I think it was last week, I couldn't wake up because I was up all night. I couldn't sleep. Sometimes that happens to me after I do a reading. I just can't sleep, even if I take my medicine and do all of my process. I just can't sleep. So I couldn't get up with Devin in the morning, and I said, you're going to have to go by yourself to pay my bill, to give more money towards my bill. And so he went, and then the lady said there was some kind of problem, so I had to call when I woke up. And I did, and I was cranky. Yeah, I was very cranky. And I shouldn't have been cranky in a mood because this man that I love and married to, he, does everything for me. He helps me and talks everything over and does everything, and I just couldn't get up. I just had a succession of nightmares, and then for some reason I could sleep in the morning. If I didn't sleep at night, I can really go to sleep. I'll get up, take care of the animals at like 6 or 7, and then I can go back to sleep in the bed and actually have a deep sleep. That I have more nightmares, but I could actually fall back to sleep, and then I feel like that's good. Anyhow, so I was very cranky. So I call her back, and she just says, "Oh, is it the same? Because your husband gave a payment in towards your bill, it knocked off the payment that you do on your credit card. You still want to do that payment?" And I was like, "Yeah," because I don't know where you are, if it's the same way you guys are, but over here we pay 2 bills. We pay the doctors themselves, and then we pay the hospital. So when you give an automatic payment, what they do is, yes, and now it looks dark. What they do is they have to figure out how much money they're going to give to the doctor. So say your bill for the doctor is, you had just a regular visit, and it's $300 every time you go visit your doctor. And me and Devin, especially Devin, he's going every other week. It's a scam. If you're on prescription medication, which I am for my thyroid and my night medicine, those are the 2 I take, they get you. They make you come in every couple of months. And they tell me, "Oh, it's only every 6 months." No, it's more than that. He'll either say, "Oh, you need to come in, otherwise they don't renew your prescriptions." So, but I like my regular doctor, unlike the thyroid doctor that was a real shyster. So I'll do it. The reason why, I'm very close to my house, so I'm just going to pull over to finish my story. Maybe I'll even walk again. Should I walk? No, I'm tired. Let's not push it too much. I am all sweaty and tired. Okay. Don't worry, I'm going to get to the point. I am going to get to the point. So. Okay. Air conditioner, please work. Okay, so. I said yes to her, and this was last week, right? I guess it was last Thursday. Now today, I get up at my usual lateness, and Devin already did 5 things. He went to the doctors. He usually has blood work for some reason every other week. But he got a very good report when he went to his heart doctor, or the heart PA. You don't see a heart doctor anymore. You see the physician's assistant. Okay? Anyway, he lost like 14 pounds, more pounds than when they saw him around his birthday. Around his birthday in April, he lost a bunch of weight, but I think 8 pounds. Now he's down the lowest he's been in probably 30 years. So of course, when you're down a lot of weight, his diabetes and his heart disease is better, but he's still on like 17 pills, and a shot on Sunday in his stomach or his arm. So anyway, I see a message, and the message says, say the girl's name. I'm not going to say her real name. Say her name is Sally. Sally's on my phone, and she says, "Hey, could you please, Miss Brady, can you please call, because I have news." And I could hear in her aura it wasn't going to be bad news. And then she goes, "Or if you and Devin are around, just drop by. You're out doing errands, just drop by." And the only reason why we drop by once a month, at the end of each month, is to give more money in so that they won't sue me or take me to collections and ruin my credit, which I don't really care for, because, you know, it's not like I'm buying a new house or anything, but still, you know, who wants their credit to be ruined? So I hear in her voice that she sounds pretty good, so I call. And she says, oh yeah, I just wanted to tell you, I put it on speaker so Devin could hear, and he's not thinking it's going to be good. But I knew it was going to be good because she wouldn't have had a pep in her voice. And so she goes, yeah, so the news that I have for you is I've been working on your case. You know that I've been working on your case, trying to crunch numbers, trying to call your insurance agency, our insurance, and Blue Cross Blue Shield, blah, blah, blah. You know, all of which I've done a million times, and they basically told me that the people who told you that we're going to do the tests, that they're going to be covered, should have gave it to you in writing. But meanwhile, maybe they didn't give it to me in writing, but I called my insurance company and told them what they said on that date, that I had 24 hours to come back to schedule the things. And so I did it, you know, I think I did have that paper. Anyhow, doesn't matter. Because she said to me, well, what we did was we crunched things, we crunched the numbers, and we worked together, and we got your bill down significantly. Instead of $6,000, now it was at $8,000. So we've been paying towards it, and got, like, the insurance paid probably next to nothing. And it shouldn't have been $8,000. It shouldn't have been. But that's why it's so expensive to get tests done here. And they didn't tell me anything. That's the thing. They told me my thyroid is extra small. Could that be causing it? I don't know. Who knows? Now my head's starting to hurt in a new place. Usually it's here on my forehead, which I've never gotten before, really. And then it goes behind my eyes, that my eyeballs hurt. That means a full-on migraine is coming around the corner. But now there's a new thing. Sometimes I get the axe right here. It's like somebody stabbing me, a sharp pain right here. Now it's a radiating pain on my skull. Okay, you didn't need to know that. I'm gonna take my muscle relaxant. Usually it doesn't do anything, but it calms it down from being as severe. Anyhow, so she says, we're gonna take your bill, and that was $6,000, and make it go down to $2,000. So that is good news, because we could work with that. And so we, you know, like Devin was asking, can you get it down if we paid the whole thing off? I don't know if we can, probably can't, but if we paid all of that off right away, could you get us more of a discount? And she said, no, I really can't, because we already, maybe 20% of 500 or something. Like, don't make me do numbers, because my head will start hurting worse. Anyhow, it was good news. And just to circle back, months ago, Zen put me on her list when I told her, and I told the world about, the medical bills. She put me in her book. I was already in there, but she put me for my back problems. Now, my lower back is doing great. I'm fully aligned. That's what he said. He goes, great. It's just my neck stems does a weird thing. Anyway, she put me in the book for my medical problems to get solved. And lately, as of late, I was like, dear God, I need a miracle, because I don't want to see this man that I'm married to, that my soulmate that I love so much, go through getting sued again and standing up for us again. Which that's what he did in the past. And we won. And then they brought us through again with a different judge, because they were trying to say the judge was tainted. He was too nice to us. And then we got a different judge, and then we won again. But, all of this is stress on him, okay? I don't care about me. I'm strong like bull, okay? Anybody who worries about me, I'm strong like bull. Yeah, I'm a hypochondriac. I'm a Virgo. Okay, so but then I talk to God, and I talk to my mom. Always tells me, snap out of it. Don't spend too much time feeling sorry for yourself, Kathleen. That's what she says. Don't spend too much time feeling sorry for yourself. You got it good. That's what she always tells me. You got it good. You got it much better than she had it, and she's right. So I don't spend too much time feeling sorry for myself, but I do ask for prayers, because God doesn't mind if you ask for prayers. It's not like you have a limit on the prayers that you can get answered, or just even feel peace. And so Zen Jen prayed for me, and she's like a magical prayer. And she even said last night, she said, I'm good at that. I don't mind praying. I'm good at it. It's my gift from God. And it is a gift. I mean, this woman, she has, her two sons. They're grown, but her two sons, Nick and Matt. And then she has had throughout many, many years foster children. She always has a house full. Right now she has 4 girls, 2 of which she had when they were babies, or 3 of which she had when they were babies. And now she has them back again because the mother messed up and, succumbed to her addiction again. So she had them when they were babies, and now she has them as the little children. And so, and she feels blessed because God put them back where they belong with Zen Jen and her husband. So I just want to say, if you feel like your prayers aren't answered, it's not in your time, it's God's time. I didn't think that I would get, 2,000 is a high bill. It's not going to get, it's separate from my other bill, and it's separate from Devin's medical bills. But that's a big thing. That's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful prayer being answered. And the woman that had worked really hard on my case, moving numbers around and stuff like that. And me and Devin talked to her, especially Devin, going in there once a month, sometimes twice a month. If we had a little extra money, we'd go in there. And she's just so wonderful. So I'm going to be getting her a gift basket and bring it in there when we make one of the payments. But it's just like, what I'm trying to say is, in a really long, drawn-out way, is prayers are always looked at and heard by God. And by more people, think just even 5-second prayer, you're not near candles, you don't have to light a candle. But if you just think a thought in your mind, and you don't know, like a lot of people don't know Dean, Rhonda's husband, Crystal Medicine's husband, you might not know him, but you know that she loves him so much. And so people put prayers up. People thought a good thought when he was getting a biopsy, when he's in the hospital. And that works. That helps. And I just want to say I'm so happy and grateful for all the people that prayed for me and that continue to pray for all of us in our tribe and in the Mystic Brady Bunch. And I'm so happy and grateful for God and, all the archangels and all our spirit guides that are there for us. Even when you feel like there's no hope and, people get murdered, people getting lost, people getting missing, getting gone, and people getting diseases. And every day, in my business, every day I get an email or I get a comment or a message. Oh, this person has the C word, and this person, has heart disease or cancer. And, it gets overwhelming. It makes you feel like, you have a ton of bricks on your chest. And like, what can I do? I'm just one person. Just one mystic. And really, what can you do? You could say a prayer. You can think a happy thought. You could look up at a cloud and say, please, dear God, or please, angels, go around that person. That person needs you today. They need a little extra, hugs. They need a little extra encouragement or a little happy news, just to make their day, just to give them that little piece of faith that things going to be okay. And they will be okay, because you know what? God has everybody's back. And it's when we have each other's back here on earth. We might be mad or angry with somebody, or we might be like butthurt. We might be sad, somebody didn't pay attention to us or notice us or whatever. I didn't get credit for my work or whatever it is. And then you just pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you say, but look at all the things I do have, and look at all the people I have in my life. And it might just be 2 people, but that's the world. If, those people are there for you and they have your back and they love you and they'll say a prayer for you and they'll think a good thought, or they'll try to cheer you up and make you smile. They'll send you an angel picture or a heart picture, and that might make the difference, or something funny. And I always try to tell people, like, if you're really down or just, you had bad news, try to watch something funny on YouTube, or turn off YouTube and watch, after you watch this, of course, or turn off YouTube and watch something on TV, old-fashioned TV, that's a 30-minute sitcom. I mean, sitcoms nobody watches anymore, because of YouTube and because of Facebook and Netflix. But Netflix could be good if you're watching something that cheers you up. Like, I watch The Good Witch, and that cheers me up. Last night I didn't watch it. Last night I just listened to YouTube, somebody named Ziggy, and it was crime, and of course that's why I had nightmares. Anyway, my phone is about to go out, and my charger's about to go out here. No, not really. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna dye my hair. What I'm doing is I'm just putting in, I'll probably screw it up, but anyhow, I'm gonna put in the rest of the purple rain, it's called. So it'll make the blacker, darker, and it'll make anything that's highlighted, which is my whole head, hopefully purple, and instead of hag hair, like is what I have here. Is some kind of weird color. Anyway, namaste, everybody. God is good. God is great all the time. And everybody, friends and people who even just give me a like on this video, or share it, or give me a comment, let me know you're out there. And you know what? We can help each other to cheer up a little bit. Love you guys. Namaste.